Any more Transmetropolitan? We're on Fathom for the fathomable future, I guess. Volume 2, Issue 8 of 11. Here we go. My life is rather complex. It may sound a bit narcissistic, but let's face it. My nuclear family is more like a nuclear blast. It's all over the place. My actual father is part of a race of ancient beings called the Black. The last time I saw him, he was in true form, brooding like a childish tyrant. My second father lived with my mother in the world of the Blue, but they were both killed. Murdered by Killian as he tried to kidnap me. And my adoptive father, Captain Matthews, gave me my only years of normalcy in the suburbs of San Diego. And then, of course, there's my guardian angel, my brother. Your brother? That's your brother? It's been a long time, but yes. Yes, too long, Aspen. Hi, Finn. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for these tearful reunions, but how can you tell? He doesn't look anything like you. I know him, Chance. This is my brother. He got lost along with everything else when I had my spell of amnesia aboard the Paradise. But Finn was still there, just like when I first discovered the truth about myself. He was there, looking out for me. He's always been looking out for me. And the reason he looks different is because of what happened when our parents were killed. Right. The beam, it changed me somehow. I thought I died, but I didn't. I just couldn't return back to normal. It took me a long time to even to be able to take this form. When I saw you get taken by the Black, I was so worried, Aspen, but I knew you'd be able to take care of yourself. Why didn't you tell me who you were before? You just gave me the long silent stare like some kind of amphibious stalker. Just as it took me a while for me to find my form, it took me until now to find my voice. As you can see, it is still difficult for me. Then save your strength, Finn, but answer me one question. Can you take me to the city called Saba? I really thought we would have more time together, and that's counting our quiet trip to the Hoover Dam. There never is enough time, Froggy. You could have all the time you want if you stayed with us. I told him to order you not to go. It wouldn't have worked. It never did. And if I asked you not to go, I have to do something. Why? We both know why, Chance, because I can. I guess. But I still don't have to like it. I know. Me neither. Sorry, something in my teeth. My life feels like two books sitting on a bedside table, each one telling quite a different tale. I do my best to keep up with both, but the biggest problem is I cannot pick one up without putting the other one aside. Ugh! No! Miria. Another nightmare. They're nothing new to me. I've learned to handle them over the years, even if this one is different from the rest. But then again, I guess it should be different now because I'm different too. Before, I was just someone who lost their parents in the destruction of Marielle and ended up in the Council Security Force. But now I have abilities I never knew. The abilities of an elite blue. It contradicts everything I've known up until now about my past and about my life. Hello, Kiani. Only Cast and perhaps Canon could shed some light, but neither one are around at the moment, so my mind is left alone to spin around with the endless possibilities. Do I know you? Probably not, but I know of you. I guess since my recent encounter with the humans, I have somewhat entered the spotlight. Maybe for some, but not me. There are not many women that have made such an impact in the ranks of the security force. This is how I know of you, not as a victim, but as a hero. Hero is too large a word, I'm just doing my part. There are other places to serve the people besides the battlefield. Strength, courage, and humility. You appear to have it all, Kiani. I used to think I held such traits. In my youth, I wanted to stand for my beliefs. Sorry about that. I wanted to make a difference, but something kept me from taking the necessary steps. Fear, I suppose. But, okay. And then she says there are other places to serve the people besides the battlefield. I got it. I suppose. But I failed to search for any such arena. Perhaps if there had been someone like you to inspire me, to give me the strength, perhaps then I would not have lived such a meaningless life. You must excuse me, Kiani. These solitary walks of mine have a way of provoking the morose. Pay no attention to my babblings of lost opportunities. They are just the regrets of an old woman. In this world, your only responsibility is to survive. Anyone who would begrudge you for not doing more, well, send them to me and I shall set them straight for you. Besides, your kind words have helped to put my restless mind at ease, which, believe me, is no small task. And for that, I thank you. Anya. My name is Anya. Thank you, Anya. Any time, dear child. Even though I've got a million questions for him, it's probably a good thing that we can't talk right now. With everything Finn must have been through, the last thing he needs is a pestering little sister. I like the sound of that. Little sister. I don't know what he knows about me and about my real father, Roger, but right now, I don't care. It's enough just to be swimming together again. There'll be time later to play 20 questions, assuming I live through what lies ahead for me. And if I don't, then, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Excuse me. I guess it really won't matter, will it? I've seen... Oh, excuse me. My God. I've seen pictures of bombed out cities before, but never something so real. How could Maylander do something like this? So much destruction, I can't help wondering, was it a military base? A school? A home? Wait. Oh, excuse me, there's a little more here. Was there any warning? Did they have time to get out? How many made it out of the city? How many didn't? Wait, where's Finn? Oh no. You did not just shoot at my brother. I've got you. Aspen! Good timing for once. Cannon, you guys need a ride? It's good to see you too, Aspen. Now let's get out of here. Aspen, wait. I cannot. I must remain in the water. It's too difficult for me. I'm not going to leave you here. No choice. Yes, there's always a choice. Hold tight, you two. This trip's about to get a lot faster. No, damn it. It's done, sir. Councilman Alden, I can't understand the lack of thought behind this move. In deactivating the hydroports, you cut off every other city from the blue... Excuse me. You cut off every other city of the blue from Myria. If another one gets attacked like Saba, we'll be unable to help them. First you berate the council for not being decisive. Now you think us hasty, Siphon. You're rather fickle in your young age. I fail to see any humor in this. You fail to see quite a bit. This is not about answering the call of Saba. This is about saving our world. Our outer cities put all of us in harm's way. Humans are not allies, and they'll never view us as anything but enemies to be destroyed. We have two choices, pull back and retreat away from them or declare war. Surely you realize that the latter would almost certainly lead to the end of both worlds. There has been a steady influx of citizens from other cities since Saba was attacked. You think by cutting them off, the rest will follow their lead. Ah, a glimmer of intuition. Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Don't know, sir. 1 minute everything was normal, then the structure began to lose form. We've been monitoring the area for any change in current or pressure, but so far, nothing. Keep on it. Let me know if anything changes. Smart. Cutting your losses like that. Doesn't matter, though. We still got you. What's our status? Achilles' depth, 2880, Admiral. Speed, 30 knots. Maintain speed and heading and say a little prayer that the engineers who designed our behemoths didn't screw up their long division. Because we're going to put their depth limit specs to the test. To be continued. Okay, number 9. What are you staring at? Was I staring? I'm sorry. I was just looking. At what? I was trying to see if I could get a glimpse of your real face through your blue mask. It's not a mask. Sorry, that's not what I meant. I just, my mind is still a bit fuzzy on the details of my past. Guess I'm trying to remember what you looked like. You know, BTB. BTB? Before the beam. I seriously think my head would have exploded if I hadn't divided up the stages of my life. The beam, yes, I suppose the beam did change everything. We were flying above the surface. Flying? We were running for our lives, Finn. Our parents were dead and Killian was after us. Also, I do seem to remember telling you not to press that button. Whatever it was designed to do, it caused some sort of chain reaction in the ship. It wasn't the ship, Aspen. It was the Skybird, a satellite defense system used by the Blue. Defense? It sure as hell felt offensive to me. It tore through the ship and worse yet, through you. That was the last thing I remember before waking up on the Paradise. Hydroport. Wormholes of energy within the waters of the world that were used as transportation portals. The energy of the Skybird's blast was the cause of the chain reaction, sending you and the Paradise into a time flux within the Hydroport. You simply disappeared. I thought you died in the blast. A what? That's because it not only hit the craft and the human ship. Yeah, it also hit a Hydroport deep within the ocean. Then 10 years later, I saw you and the ship reappear as though not a second had gone by. When the ship docked, I couldn't reach you because of the human military presence. They tried to contain the scene, but luckily they didn't even bat an eye when they saw you, Aspen. And I knew you would be safe for the time being. And my new mission was one of patience, watching over you until we could be together. For someone who was zapped during the whole ordeal, you sure seem to have it down pat. Let's just say the time spent working to regain my form gave me the opportunity to reflect on the events of that day. How come you didn't return home for help with your condition? The effect of the beam scattered my mind as well as my body. I thought I had reached oblivion, and perhaps it would have been that for me, but as I struggled to regain my form, I was able to mend the damage to my spirit. Do you ever think, will you be able to regain it completely? Go back to the way you were? BTB? Yeah, I'm working on it. The ambush by the humans took its toll on me, but I do not think it had their desired effect. They didn't kill me. They merely unlocked the latent abilities of the elite Blue that were all but unknown to me. The concentration required is immense. Canon always made it look so easy. The power is there. It's just a matter of controlling it. I have no doubt that I will cross paths with the humans again, and when I do, I will be sure to show them the errors of their ways. Door. Sir, take a look at this. The system is registering a change in density along the 84th level, but all of the other monitors are clear. Launch visual probe. Let's see what's going on up there. Yes, sir. Launching probe. Sir, we've got incoming. Engage defensive protocols. Initiate all fighters. Holy shit. It's fucking Star Wars out there. Sir, defensive interception rate, 92%. Good, but not good enough. Full alert. Brace for impact. Board your ships. We'll brief via comlink once we're on our way. Any word from Door? They've sustained some damages, but the fight is ship to ship for now. We just have to hope their forces can hold them at bay until we arrive. What are you doing? Gearing up. Siphon, you are a member of the council, not a soldier. You belong in the command center. This isn't some small incursion. This is an all-out assault. You need all the help you can get. Yeah, and you can help by getting out of our way so we can launch. True, but he's also right. He's an idiot. Oh, I wonder if that was supposed to be, he's an idiot, and then he says true, but he's also right. Okay. Sometimes it's a little difficult, you know, because you're supposed to read left to right. What? Face it, Siphon. Times are changing. You're not a soldier anymore. Thanks a lot. You know what I mean. You had a chance to make a difference greater than any soldier on any battlefield. You can create change from the top down. Think about it. You know this fleet inside and out. You know what it's capable of better than any of the other council members. I'm a token member, Brand. You're as much of a leader as you choose to be. Tell him, Kiani. I know that I'd feel better if someone with half a brain was supervising the operation. If I stay behind, you two have to promise to limit the heroics up there. None of what I do would be worth a damn if you guys don't come back in one piece. And that goes double for you, Kiani. Got it? Got it. Did you even hear the part where she said you only have half a brain? Good luck to you too, Brand. Command, this is Krieg. Current charting 3816. Time to door 4 minutes. Very well, maintain course and speed. Alden, that will put them right in the middle of the war zone. Exactly. That's where they're needed. Krieg, this is Siphon. Change Yeah, change heading to 4220. Door commander. Pull enemy fire to 8th quadrant, rather. If they can draw the humans toward them, our fighters can engage from the southwest and pin the enemy between our two forces. Good idea, Siphon. Only if it works. And my friend... Oh, well, I don't know. We're reading left to right. It feels so detached watching the battle from here. Just blips on the screen. But they are just blips. Excuse me, but they are not just blips. They are my people and my friends. Keep pressure on the main group. Draw their fire away from the city. Hey, where you going? You wanted us... So now you got... Oh, let's try that again. Hey, where you going? You wanted us? So now you got us. Deal with it. Keani, look out. He's got a lock on your ship. I know. But he doesn't have a lock on me. Keani! I can feel it. The power burning inside of me. Surging. It's raw. It's instinctual. It's incredible. Guess bad news travels fast. We must be getting close to the city that's under siege. I still cannot help feeling pushed into this war. I may have lived above the surface for years, but there's no denying that these are my people. I had hoped to be able to make some sense out of things before being confronted with this decision. But it's a war. What sense can be made from any of it? Maria. Krieg, send 3 clusters to defend the hangars. If this thing draws out, we'll need them to refuel. What now? Breep, breep. Motion sensors in a restricted zone, sir. These motion sensors have been going off in Myria ever since news of the attack on Door came in. It's gotta just be more citizens scurrying in the panic. No. The humans are here. They've reached Myria. Wait, zoom, 85%. They're not here to win a war. They've come to annihilate us. To be continued. Should we just do all the other two, 10 and 11? Finish it up? We could. Okay. Issue 10 then. Ever since I can remember, we've been at odds with the world above. I was barely even a woman when the city of Mariel was destroyed by the humans, supposedly inadvertently during testing for a new weapon of some kind. In the wake of that tragedy, I stood with Killian in his attempts to strike back at the humans. We were young and in love, but his desire for revenge overpowered everything else in his heart, even me. Eventually, I stood against him and his extremist agenda. There had to be a better way for us to find solace from the humans. Killian saw no such potential. For him, it was always an us or them attitude. In the end, he died for his cause during his attempt to initiate the power of the Blue Sun. Now, though, I find myself wondering if I made the right decision back then. The situation with the humans has recently deteriorated. We have become hunted and killed, kidnapped and tortured. Our entire way of life has been placed in danger. Were you right, Killian? Our love for one another was no match for the burdens of the world. But you always held firm in your beliefs and your goals. I was the one who lied to you. I was the one who betrayed you. In more ways than one. Door is there, but it's a full quote, so I don't want to, mess it up. Looks like Keani is handling things just fine, even without a ship. Whoa! Which is more than I can say for me. The humans seem to have pulled out all the stops for their big push against us. I've never shirked away from a battle in my life, but I'm starting to envy Siphon. Sitting back safely in Myria is starting to look pretty good. Myria. They have to be around here somewhere. With most of our forces responding to the attack on Door, that doesn't leave much behind to handle the human threat here in Myria. But calling them back at this point would be useless. There isn't time. Besides, the situation up there is just as critical. No, this is up to us. Can't risk just opening fire. If we hit the warhead, it could detonate. One thing is pretty clear, though. This looks to be a suicide mission for them, which means we have to do something before it's too late. I can't believe it. I thought I'd lost my necklace forever. I was swimming through Shinarne. I was swimming through Shinarne, and it just happened to see it resting among the rocks, shining like the treasure that it is. Shinarne? Isn't that where you lost it? Yeah, but what were you doing there? It just seems to be one of those places where I feel comfortable these days. It's, I don't know, sacred. It reminds me of who we are. It feels good to have this back where it belongs. Yes, with you back where you belong. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... How can I do this? How can I choose sides? I know this must be difficult for you, Aspen. You were born among us, but you were raised among them. But you cannot change the fact that the humans see us as a major threat and feel they must destroy us in order to survive. If it helps, do not think of it as siding with us in some great war against the human world. Think of it as helping us defend the last remnant of our world against this invasion. Because that's what this is, Aspen, an invasion. It's time. You ready? We've got 'em running now, boys. Target locked. Nice job, Hawkeye. You know what they say, like shooting fish in a... Uh-oh. We have a problem. I can't blame Cannon and the others for their actions. They're just defending themselves. But that also doesn't mean that I have to use their same tactics. Have to be careful. Don't want to rupture their hulls. Just want to put them out of commission. Nice to see Cannon brought some help with him. But Little Miss Savior isn't doing much more than slapping their wrists. Now Mr. No-Face has the right idea. He just needs to work on his tunnel vision. Not exactly sure who he is, but there's something about him. Something in the eyes and the way he looks at me. It's like he knows me somehow. Maylander is definitely playing for keeps. Anderson, get him! The city shall not fall! But the same cannot be said for you. Incoming! Watch your back, Anderson. Carter, hurry up. Anderson, don't worry about me. Do your job. Almost there. Come on. Done. Too late, fishhead. They're much more powerful than even I had anticipated. Cannon alone has wiped through dozens of ships. This is our only shot at preserving our world from this threat. Everything is going as planned, but we're running out of time. Our fighters cannot compete with their forces. Admiral, we're picking up an activation signal from the primary target. Confirmed signal. Confirmed. The warhead has been armed, sir. Ready to engage exit strategy. Retreat fighters to rendezvous point. Move into position for final assault. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And it will all be over. What's happening? It looks like they're retreating, Brand. About time they realized they bit off more than they could chew. Doesn't make sense. They still had... Wait. Damn, they're not returning. They're just getting out of the way. Oh, shit. Everyone's doing the best they can, but there are so many of them. Finn's holding his own, but he's too low. Finn, move! Move! No! Finn, come on! Finn, not now! Not again! Please, Finn! Please! I can't lose you again! Enough! 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 Damn you, Maylander. You think we're a threat. You think we're your enemies. So be it. Consider us enemies. Damn. To be concluded. Alright, number 11. This is the last issue of the Omnibus, and then we'll do Omnibus 2 next week. Start that on Thursday. Tink, 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 tink. The hull is stressing from the water pressure. It doesn't make any sense, Captain. We're only at 900 feet. It makes perfect sense. We're under attack. Now that you destroyed a city and killed hundreds and maybe even thousands of these people, you're just going to call it a day and go home? You think you can just walk away after what you've done? Think again. The hull's fracturing. Get us to the surface now. Emergency blow. You need to learn this once and for all. The oceans don't belong to you. Krieg, this is Alden. You and Brand need to break off from the counterattack and return to Door. The humans managed to get a nuclear warhead into Muria. We must get it beyond range before it detonates. A warhead? Where is it now? You are to rendezvous... Excuse me. A warhead? Where is it now? You are to rendezvous with Siphon at Door's deactivated hydroport. Siphon? Yes, he's bringing the warhead to you. Damn you, Siphon. What the hell were you thinking? What the hell was I thinking? I should have taken Thalassar up in his offer to get this thing away from Muria. But I couldn't place him in greater jeopardy while I just sat back doing nothing, council or no council. I can only guess what the magnitude of this warhead's blast would be. Our only hope is to use the hydroport system to get it as far from us as possible before time runs out. Target acquired. Engaging. Aspen's finally a useful part of this fight. About time. But I've got to keep any more fighters from getting airborne. We're outnumbered as it is. During my training, Kask often preached that strength was not the key to winning any conflict. Huh? But that sure felt good. However, the most important thing was to understand your opponent's weakness and exploit it. It appears we have turned the battle in our favor, but there is still another submarine out there, somewhere. Target lock, Admiral. Fire! Cannon! My brother was right. You're nothing but an invader, Maylander, and you deserve whatever you've got coming to you. I won't let you hurt any of these people. Not now. Not ever. You understand me, Maylander? I didn't start this war. You did. But I'm sure as hell going to finish it. Incredible. I've never seen such power. Take cover. The waters are filled with violence because of you, Maylander. But I am going to put an end to it. And you. Aspen, that's enough. It's over. No. Cannon, what have I done? You ended this war. He's here. What are you doing with this thing? You shouldn't be within 100 miles of the warhead. None of us should, Krieg. Get that hydroport open. We've only got 7 minutes. Then you'd better get clear. We'll take it from here. I'm not going to saddle you with this. Siphon, it's my duty. Besides, I know my way around the hydroport system better than either of you. I know just the portal to slip this through. Nice and remote. Just don't forget to slip back through here nice and safe. Done and done. Gotta make this quick. Only have 5 minutes. Right? Wait a second. The hydroport energy must be disrupting the warhead's internal clock. I'm out of time. 1:38:09. Okay, now we have 28:25. 08:01. No. 0:00. Oh no, it's 1 second. Something's wrong. Brand! Report. Sonar is clear, Admiral. No evidence of detonation. It's possible the shockwave reading is hampered by the depths of the blast. We're continuing monitoring. Forget it. We're finished here. How could I? I wasn't defending myself or protecting anybody else. They were retreating. This was nothing but payback, pure and simple. I'd rather not. I don't really feel like being praised. No. We shouldn't do this. Still beating yourself up? No. I'm just trying to accept responsibility for what happened here. People are dead because of me. Yes, but people are also alive because of you. Your people, Aspen. But the humans are my people too, Cannon. Maybe you should come back to Muria with me and dwell for just a moment on the good that you've done. I know there are many who will want to thank you personally. I'd rather not. I don't really feel like being praised for anything I did today. This assault on our cities was the gravest threat we've faced in many years, and it is because of our strength and resolve that we are even able to gather here today. But any joy we may feel now is tempered by those sorrow over those who gave their lives so that we may continue ours. Lost to us are fathers and mothers, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades, and their sacrifice should be remembered as long as we as a people endure. Some may argue that this was a great test for us, a test of our courage, of our mettle, of our very spirits, but I say that the real test lies ahead of us, It's how we carry on in the days to come that will truly show just who we are and what our future holds in store. Do you really think you should return to Saba? What if the humans come back? I'll not be caught off guard again, that I can assure you. I wish you'd reconsider, Thalassar. Myria and its people are shell-shocked, and they'll need strong leadership to find their place again. Saba is my home. It always has been and always will be. As for Myria, if you ask me, it already has the leadership it needs to return to greatness. Besides, if you screw up, Cannon will be here to knock you back into shape, right, Cannon? Absolutely. That's what I do. Dear Kiani, you stand behind that stern expression like it is your battle armor, masking such a tortured soul hiding underneath. It doesn't seem fair that one who gives so much of herself to the people of Myria should be kept in the dark as to the truth about her past. The ocean floor. Entire eras have passed since the last deluge, but it seems like yesterday the darkness fell upon the planet. It was too soon to be happening again, and yet here we are. I hope you found comfort in your small respite, Aspen, because I am afraid it will take all the power you possess and more to avert the coming storm. Beware, world above. The black are coming. Arenadira, or is it Arindira? Arindira, Mexico. Arindira, I don't know. I'm not Spanish. I don't, Man, I wish I could have been there to see the look on Maylander's face when you gave him the smackdown. Can you please stop using that expression? Here, this will take the edge off. Dad, it was awful. I was awful. I'm sure you only did what you thought you had to do. In battle, there aren't any easy decisions, Aspen. You just gotta make them and move on. And if you really think you made a mistake, you try not to make the same one again. That's all anyone can hope to do. And being the guy who was until recently doped up in the Mojave Desert, I can honestly say that I'm glad you did stand up to Maylander. Knowing that you're both safe is the only thing that makes this any easier. Seems so peaceful on the surface, doesn't it? You never know all the chaos turning below. Gotta be a little sick of the water right now, huh? I'm sick of just about everything right now. Where's your bro? What's his name again? Carp? Finn! It's the kind of name that someone named Chance is in no position to rag on. He's out there somewhere. Sort of did the whole disappearing thing again after you laid the smackdown on Maylander. Sorry. I'm sure Finn will turn up again. As for me, all I want is to stop thinking about this mess for a while. No black, no blue, no Maylander, no anything. What do you say, Chance? Think you can distract my attention for a bit? Sure. I've been going through some tough stuff myself. Like this whole Tom Cruise situation. It's driving me nuts. Top Gun was the reason I became a pilot. I mean, come on, it didn't get any better than Maverick and Goose. Tom was the man, but now it seems like he's gone off the deep end. Big time. That's not what I meant. I guess they were talking about when Tom Cruise went on his Scientology spiel. For those of you who aren't aware of that, you should Google the Oprah show where Tom Cruise was on there talking about Scientology and jumping on the chairs and everything else. It's a moment in time for sure. That's not what I meant. You know, for a pilot, you aren't that good with reading signals. I'll work on it. So should I take you to bed or lose you forever now? But one thing I will say about Cruise is he's really kind of moved on from a lot of that craziness. I mean, he's still Scientologist and whatever, but he's making good movies now and people are kind of putting a lot of that behind him. That new Mission Impossible is apparently amazing. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Ha 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 ha. Oh, hold on. Let's try that one again, because I kind of got off on a tangent. That's not what I meant. You know, for a pilot, you aren't that good with reading signals. I'll work on it. So, should I take you to bed or lose you forever now? Ha 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 ha. End. Epilogue. Ooh, it's not long. Burana, do you have it? Of course. It's the entire sample that the Japanese government collected. Do you think it's enough? See the Cannon Hawk miniseries for more details, which we don't have. We'll see. He's coming. Yeah. What's happening? Killian, here, let me help you. I do not need help, Burana. For the first time in a long while, I'm starting to feel like myself again. Wow. And that's it. That's literally page 616 of 616. That's how it ended. Wow. But we're not completely done. We still got the second omnibus, and then we've got several volumes. It all depends on if you guys want me to keep reading Fathom. But I think what I am going to do is kind of, let's see, because I know a lot of people want Evil Ernie and Lady Death as well, and that seems to do really good. So you know what? Maybe we'll switch it up. We'll do an old, I got it. Since I've got so many Red Sonja books, like I literally have so many Red Sonja books, and they just had a sale, so I bought even more. We'll do a, how about this? We'll do an Invisibles and Fathom week, and then next week we'll do a Red Sonja and Evil Ernie or Lady Death week. So we can cover both of those. So you'll get the Adventures of Red Sonja, which actually did really well in BitChute, so I'm going to continue with that one. And I don't know about adult comics. We'll see. Okay, we're going to play it by ear because I want to make sure to finish comics, and the only way to finish comics is not doing so many. As for Spawn and that sort of thing, we'll see. Maybe I can do that once a month. But I want to bring comics back, but I want to do them once a month because mainly our main content is our visual novel and AVN content, so we want to continue with that. But Grimm's Comics Corner is still a thing. We're not going away. I still like comics. I still have more than I could possibly read in my lifetime. I just looked at them because I had to move a bunch over from a drive to another drive. And I've got several duplicates and so much shit I have to go through. But that's neither here nor there. And at any rate, this is the Grim Lord. I'm out for Grimm's Comics Corner. And please keep supporting great independent comics.